Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss the polar plot, which is the base of Nyquist plot, and determine and the stability analysis using Nyquist plot method. First we discuss polar plot, then we discuss Nyquist plot. We know that in any frequency response, or frequency response means to plot the variation of magnitude and phase angle versus input frequency. There are two plots mainly in frequency response. First is magnitude plot or gain plot, and second one is phase plot. In magnitude plot, magnitude is plotted with respect to change in frequency. Similarly, in phase plot, phase is plotted with respect to frequency. In polar plot, magnitude of open loop transfer function is plotted against phase angle of open loop transfer function for different values of omega, for different values of frequency. Means in polar plot, magnitude of transfer function is plotted against phase angle of transfer function for different values of frequency. Let us consider a type 1 system with open loop transfer function. With open loop transfer function, GSHS is given by 1 by 1 plus Ts, where T is constant, and obtain its polar plot. First we put S is equal to J omega, so we get the value of Gj omega Hj omega is equal to this, and here we calculate the magnitude of open loop transfer function. It is given by 1 by under root 1 plus omega square T square. This is the magnitude of open loop transfer function, and phase of open loop transfer function is given by tan inverse imaginary part divided by real part, tan inverse imaginary part divided by real part, and which is given by minus tan inverse omega t. Here you see that for various values of omega, this is the magnitude and this is the phase. When value of omega is 0, magnitude is 1. When value of omega is 0, tan inverse 0 is 0, phase angle is 0. Then we substitute omega is 1 by t. When omega is 1 by t, t square is cancelled by t square, so we get 1 by under root 2. Magnitude is under root 2, and here we get tan inverse 1, which is minus 45 degrees. Similarly, we put the value of omega is equal to 10 by t. We get the magnitude and phase angle. And when we substitute omega is infinite. When omega is infinite, magnitude is when omega is infinite, magnitude is 0 and phase angle is minus 90. Here, so this from this table we draw this graph. This is imaginary part, real part, and when value of omega is 0, value of omega is 0, this is the magnitude. Magnitude is 1. Axis is here, it is 0. So we can say that when omega is 0, magnitude is 1 and phase angle is 0. Then when omega is 1 by t, phase angle is minus 45. phase angle is minus 45 and value of magnitude is 1 by under root 2. This is the value of magnitude. Value of m or magnitude is 1 by under root 2. So this is the phase and magnitude. Similarly, when value of omega is 10 by t, this is the phase angle, this is the phase angle, and this is the magnitude. And when omega is infinite, magnitude is 0. Here magnitude is 0, omega is infinite, omega tends to infinite, so magnitude is 0, and this is the 90 degree. Clear? So we draw the magnitude versus frequency phase with different for different frequencies, and we get a plot like this, and this is known as polar plot. Plot is semicircle and this is known as polar plot. There is no need to calculate all these values. We can draw this polar plot simply by this starting point and by this ending or terminating point. Here, when omega is 0, magnitude is 1 and phase angle is 0. When omega tends to infinity, magnitude was 0 and phase angle was minus 90. And here we calculate the angle of rotation. Final value minus 90 minus 0. Initial value, so final rotation is minus 90 degrees. So here we draw the starting point is this. When omega is 0, magnitude is 1, phase angle is 0, and value of omega at this point is omega tends to 0. Then we draw a semi-circle and angle of rotation is minus 90. Minus 90 means angle of rotation is 90 degree clockwise. So here this is the starting point and we draw a semicircle, and this is the end point where magnitude is 0 and phase angle is 90 degree. Clear? This is a simple method of drawing polar plot. GSHS is given by 1 by S1 plus TS. Obtain its polar plot. First we calculate in first example. We calculated the polar plot, or we draw the polar plot of 1 by 1 plus Ts. In this case, a pole is added at origin. Then put S is equal to j omega. We get this transfer function, and magnitude is under root real part square plus omega imaginary part square. So we get the value of magnitude is equal to 1 by omega under root 1 plus omega square t square. Similarly, phase angle is given by tan inverse 0 imaginary part by real part divided by imaginary part divided by real part, tan inverse imaginary part divided by real part, 0 angle corresponding to this 90 degree, and we get phase angle is minus 90 minus tan inverse omega. Then starting Then starting point is when omega is 0, magnitude is infinite. Magnitude is infinite when omega is 0, tan inverse 0 is 0, and then phase angle is minus 90 degree. End point or terminating point when omega approaches to infinite, in that case magnitude is 0, and if omega tends to infinite, this is also 90 degree. So minus 90 minus 180. Angle of rotation, angle of rotation or rotation of float, rotation of float is final value minus initial value. Minus 180 minus 90, it means that minus 90. Minus 90 degree, it means that rotation of 90 degree to clockwise. So when omega is 0, magnitude is infinite. So here we assume that this is the infinite magnitude. And angle is 90 degree minus 90 degree, angle is 90 degree. And when omega tends to infinity, magnitude is 0 and angle is 180 degree. 180 degree. So we draw a semicircle in clockwise. This is the starting point and this is the terminating point. We get a polar plot when there is a pole at the one pole at the origin, or we can say that for type 1 system. This transfer function is same in all cases, only there is an addition of pole at origin, and this is type 2, or there are two poles at origin. Then draw the polar plot for this transfer. Substitute S is equal to j omega, we get this. Similarly, we get this expression, and then calculate the magnitude. Magnitude is equal to 1 by omega square multiplied by under root 1 plus t square omega square. And angle is given by psi is equal to tan inverse 0 by 1, tan inverse divided by tan inverse omega, imaginary part by real part, imaginary part by real part, and last one is imaginary part by real part. So this is 0 degree, this term contributes 0 degree, this term contributes 90, and this is tan inverse minus tan inverse omega t. So we get phase angle minus 180 minus tan inverse omega t. Then we calculate starting and terminating point for to draw the polar plot. When omega is 0, magnitude is infinite, omega is 0, magnitude is minus 180. When omega is infinite, in this case magnitude is 0, and if we put omega is infinite, then this is also 90 degree, so we get minus 270 degree. Rotation of plot is given by minus 270 minus final value minus initial value, and we get minus 90 degree rotation. First starting point is at minus 180, and this is the line for minus 180 clockwise. So this is minus 180 degree, and magnitude here we consider that this is the magnitude, or we can draw this plot like not semicircle, like this goes to infinity. So here we started that magnitude is infinite, angle is minus 180 degree, and then we draw a semicircle in clockwise direction, and here we get when omega approaches infinite, we get the magnitude is 0 and phase angle is minus 270. So we see that polar plot is same, but when a pole is added at origin, there is a 90-degree rotation. In this, open loop transfer function is 1 plus Ts. There is no pole at origin, and we get a polar plot like this when there is no pole at origin. ठीक है, fourth quadrant में अब next में जब pole है, when this pole is added at origin, then polar plot is same, but there is a 90-degree rotation. And when this pole is added, then this polar plot is same, but there is 90-degree rotation. So it can be concluded that a pole at origin shifts the starting point of polar plot by 90 degree in clockwise direction, keeping the rotation of plot same. Clear? Then we discuss next example. GSHS is given by 1 plus T1S and 1 plus T2S. Then substitute S is equal to J omega, we get this expression, and calculate the magnitude and phase angle of open loop transfer function. Magnitude is given by under root 1 plus T1 square omega square multiplied by under root 1 plus T2 square omega square. Similarly, phase angle is given by tan inverse 0, imaginary part is 0, divided by real part, and divided by tan inverse omega T1 by 1, tan inverse omega T2 by 1. Phase angle is given by minus tan inverse omega T1 minus tan inverse omega T2. Then calculate starting and end points. When omega is 0, omega is 0, omega is 0, we get magnitude, value of magnitude is 1. And if we substitute in this phase angle, omega is 0. When omega is 0, 0 and 0, the total phase angle is 0. Similarly, if we put omega is infinite, in this case infinite, we get 0, magnitude is 0, and if we put infinite and infinite minus 90 means minus 180. Rotation of plot, final value minus initial value, which is 1 minus 180 degree clockwise rotation. When value of omega is 0, angle is 0, magnitude is 1, so starting point is this, end point is magnitude is 0 and phase angle is minus 180 degrees. So we draw this plot like this. So it can be concluded that a simple pole keeps the starting point same but adds a 90-degree rotation to the polar plot. But this plot cuts imaginary axis at certain point. This point is calculated in the following manner. Suppose GS is given by K divided by 1 plus ST1 multiplied by 1 plus ST2. Then substitute S is equal to J omega and we get this expression. Then calculate the magnitude and phase angle. Magnitude is given by K by under root 1 plus omega T1 whole square multiplied by 1 plus whole square of omega T2. And phase angle is given by minus tan inverse omega T1 minus tan inverse omega T2. If we substitute omega is equal to 0, omega is equal to 0 for starting point, then we get the value of magnitude is k, and when value of omega is infinite, we get the magnitude 0. Then we calculate phase angle. When omega is 0, 0 and 0 means 0, and when omega is infinite, minus 90, it means minus 180. Yes. Then rationalize this equation and separate the real and imaginary part of open loop transfer function. This is the real part and this is the imaginary part. Equating the real part is equal to 0. Because when it cuts this imaginary part at this point, real part is 0. So if we equate this real part is equal to 0, we get the value of omega. Solving this equation, we get the value of omega, and omega is equal to 1 by under root T1 multiplied by T2. So this is the frequency at which plot intersect the imaginary axis. And if we substitute this value in imaginary part, this is the value of frequency at which polar plot intersect the imaginary axis. And if we substitute this value of frequency in imaginary part, we get the intersection point. If we substitute the value of omega, and value of omega square, and simplify this expression, we get the magnitude of polar plot at which polar plot intersect imaginary axis. Clear? This is the frequency at which this polar plot cuts the imaginary axis, and this is the magnitude of this imaginary axis at which polar plot cuts the imaginary axis. Clear? Then this open loop transfer function is same. Simply one pole is added at the origin. Put S is equal to j omega. Put S is equal to j omega. We get the value of j omega and then calculate the magnitude and phase angle. Magnitude is under root omega square, which is omega, under root 1 plus whole square of omega t1, under root 1 plus whole square of omega t2. And phase angle, this minus 90 degree is contributed by the pole at origin, and this is for tan inverse omega t1 and minus tan inverse omega t2. Then substitute the value of omega is equal to 0. Omega is equal to 0, magnitude is infinite, and when value of omega is infinite, magnitude is 0. When value of omega is 0, minus 90 minus 0 minus 0 means minus 90. When omega is infinite, minus 90 minus 90 minus 90 means minus 270. And then separating the real and imaginary part, rationalize this equation and then separate real part and imaginary part. First we draw polar plot, then we calculate second one. Here when omega is 0, magnitude is infinite and angle is minus 90. When omega is 0, magnitude is infinite and angle is 90 degree. We can also plot this polar plot like this. Or you can plot this as shown in this figure, but we can also plot. There is no problem of drawing this polar plot like this. So when omega is 0, angle is 90 degree and magnitude is infinite. When omega is infinite, magnitude is 0 and angle is minus 180 degree. 270. Sorry. 180. When omega is infinite, angle is 270 and magnitude is 0. When omega is infinite, magnitude is 0 and angle is minus 270. So this is the polar plot, and this polar plot cuts the axis on the real axis. So when we separate imaginary part and real part. In this case, we equate imaginary part is equal to 0. And by equating imaginary part is equal to 0, we can calculate the value of omega. And if we substitute this value in real part, we get the magnitude of intersection point of this polar plot and this real axis. So this is the frequency and this is the magnitude at which this polar plot cuts the real axis. Clear? Now time is over. Thank you.